Welcome to River City Live. And you know what? It's not a typical Monday. For starters, our location. We are in the heart of Avondale at Mellow Mushroom. And I don't know about you guys, but it's so much easier just to come in to work on a Monday knowing this is a change of location.
It's really great, and we love it here. We're in Avondale. If you haven't planned where you're lunching today, by all means, join us today and every day. We're going to be here. Well, I should say most days. We're out on location many times, and we ask you to let us know where you would like to see us do the show, River City Live. So always send us your suggestions.
We love to road trip.
Yes, we do.
We love to road trip.
So we want to show you some great pictures of a young lady that we introduced you to last week. Her name is Emily Barcombe. She was the lady that we surprised with a markover. It was a makeover, but Mark was there just in time for the Tri-Base Navy Ball. And she sent us some pictures from the ball on Saturday night. Doesn't she look absolutely gorgeous?
Yes.
She went with her friend. Her husband is deployed on the Eisenhower.
Right, so we have the video up. That was so much fun to do a surprise makeover for her. And she was just adorable, so appreciative. She looked beautiful before. She looked even more beautiful after. And I got an email back and she had an amazing time. So thanks again to everybody at the Avenues Mall that took part in that. But it's just such a fun thing to do.
No shade to Mark, but I mean, she made those choices herself. I would have liked to have seen what Mark would have done, not the real markover. But you've got one coming up that I'm super excited to see. It's just a teaser. We won't get to it, but that's going to be
we're
awesome.
talking about behind the scenes with somebody who needs one on our staff. But we'll see if that really does happen or not. All right, so I don't know about what you guys did over the weekend, but one of the things I try to do is I try to purge and kind of clean out the areas. And I came across a story of a mom who actually got rid of all her children's toys. All but maybe like one or two. And they had just like a picture of all the clutter. And what she said, it was just an amazing accomplishment. She actually got into less fights with her husband because he didn't understand why the house was always messy. And her kids actually did more creative things without the toys.
So it was not a punishment.
It was not a punishment.
It wasn't like,
she just
clean
couldn't
this
keep up
up
with
or
it.
it's gone.
Exactly. Basically, they went to school. One day they came back and like 98% of all their toys was gone.
And they probably didn't miss a lot of those toys.
That's exactly right.
What about you? Have you ever done something like that?
I've actually done this. I did this, I want to say it was about 60% of the toys. The entire car was loaded up because I think when you have that first child, I went through this phase where I was hitting every yard sale, consignment store, and I bought like so many toys and walkers and this and that. And so I finally brought it all to the Salzbacher Center is where I loaded it. And I took pictures at the time. I couldn't find them today, but just a carload full of things. And I'll tell you, nobody noticed.
See,
nobody noticed in my car. And
my kids would notice. They do. It's like a hostage negotiation where I'm like, you got to get rid of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And they're like, all right, here's what we're going to do. The old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we're going to give you 3 of them because this one's got a broken arm. But in exchange, we want that stuffed animal we haven't played with since we were 2. You know, and that's what happens. And it's like, this is crazy. So I think what we have to do, like with the cover of Night, when they're sleeping, go in there with night vision and just get rid of that stuff.
You're making it too complicated. They're at school. They'll never even notice it's gone. I've done that. Undercover. I hope mine doesn't walk.
We're outnumbered in my house.
I'll tell you why I'm afraid to do that. I'm afraid that if I start doing that kind of thing, my kids are going to grow up to be hoarders, and then they're going to be sitting on some therapist's couch saying, my mom came in every day when we were at school and threw our stuff away. So now I'm not letting anything out of my sight. And so I have to worry about that idea. I don't know. It's just
We're going to switch it up a little bit. Now, Toyota is doing this new thing where they are released a new safe driving app in Japan in a coordination with a company called OW. It's called Driving Barista. You download the app, and basically, every time you get in the car, you turn on the app, you don't touch your phone, you accumulate points, and you can get free coffee.
Wow. For not touching your phone.
Don't
so you're
touch
rewarded.
your phone. My problem with that is my phone is my music. So every time I want to get and shuffle something, I'm losing points. So can we get like a little addendum to hook a fella up?
I say no, you can't.
This is a great idea.
Yeah.
I think it is. You know, cell phones, man, if they are being used while you're driving, it's super dangerous. And I'm guilty of it too. But I'm rewarded with something I love. One of my vices, coffee. I actually, I'll go a little, you know, put a little extra effort on that to get that cup of coffee for free.
Now, is it the good coffee, or is it just like you can only get the black? Because if I go, I want to get like frozen latte.
I'm sure the point system comes into effect there. You're, shuffling your music. No, it's black coffee. If you're going totally hands-free for a while.
Do you think that will come stateside, though, something like that? Because that's in Japan.
At some point. I mean, we're already getting the cars that are going to be self-braking, which already freaks me out a little bit. So, yeah, Yeah.
You know, it'd be really smart if you, the same system, but instead of coffee, you'd be rewarded by a discount in gas. Ooh. Think about that.
That would be great.
Could be good.
They won't go for that.
I might go work on that after the show.
I like that idea a lot. So we as women will do anything and everything to halt the aging process. So what if we're moisturizing and bringing in all of these procedures only to go and put on makeup that's going to make us look older? Well, let me show you what I mean. Getting older. Ooh. Unavoidable, and certainly better than the other option. But if there's a way to maybe not look older quite so quickly, I'm all for that. So get ready for the 5 mistakes that women make in their makeup applications that could age them. Mistake number 1 is using the wrong color foundation. Blush that's too dark, applied too low. Lips that are too dark. Using eyeliner, but only on the bottom. Finally, not doing anything with the brows, just not defining them at all. Well, so let's see. And you know, these might be really subtle differences, but I'm not fooling around here anymore. In fact, I'm gonna go back and do all of these things in the opposite way. Having said all of those things, getting older is its own reward, right? Just kidding, we're gonna fight this thing. So now that I've told you everything not to do, now there are some things that are suggested for making yourself look a little bit younger. Some of the experts online had suggested maybe using liner just on the very top, eyelid and not on the bottom, and using bronzer and a lighter colored lipstick. So I don't know, like I said in that little video package, I'm gonna fight it every way I can, from the very last detail and up.
You know, it's odd. Maybe I'm a typical guy. I didn't really see that much of a difference before and after. And the thing is, but I think that's testament to you because you look good before and after.
Natural.
So before, because
That's funny you said that because Abigail, our producer, saw the difference and she went, oh!
Right.
So it's a girl thing.
Maybe. But do you agree with me, Rance? I was looking at them like...
I was like, even without makeup, you know, is very lovely. Now, the dark lipstick, that was making me think about Elvira. You know, that one, I wasn't really feeling that.
She's pretty too, right?
She has her moments, but no, Edith's gorgeous. So, you know.
Stop it.
I hope I can look that good.
Whoa, careful.
In my lifetime, someday.
When I'm your age. That's terrible. Don't do it, Rance. Be careful.
All right. Well, we always like to talk about what is cool in Jacksonville, right? And we have this amazing golf event that's happening, and we're going to bring in our guest, Kara. Please come on in. This is Kara Berkey, and she's with the North Beach Kickoff to Golf event. And this is more than just a golf event, correct?
Exactly.
And why is that?
Well, the Web.com Tour Championship has teamed up with the Beaches Town Center to bring the beaches and all of Jacksonville this really, really cool new localized event. We'll have all kinds of local breweries, local restaurants, local music. St. Augustine Distillery is going to come in and team up with Watch Juicery to bring all kinds of different cocktails. And it's really going to be just a fun thing to do on a Monday night. And we're really, really excited about it.
And original music, from what I understand.
Correct. Yes, that's what me personally, I'm very, very excited about. You know, there's a lot of fabulous cover bands that are, you know, that are wonderful, but we really wanted to stand out and be a little bit different with this event.
It sounds different.
Yeah, it is. It will be. It's a little bit smaller, you know, not as saturated, and so the live original music is going to be really, really awesome. We've got 2 different stages, so yeah.
So let me get this straight. This is focusing on local, right?
Correct.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Local,
All
yes.
about the local. That's pretty awesome. And then why did you guys decide to go this route?
Well, the Web.com Tour Championship is usually hosted at the Players, and this year they had a change in venue, and it's going to be hosted at the Atlantic Beach Country Club, which is brand new. So we're really just kind of wanting to bring a new, you know, younger, driven, cool thing to this already cool golf tournament.
You know, I love Atlantic Beach and the town center there, and I think a lot of people miss out on it because it is kind of tucked away.
It is.
Yeah,
it
I
is.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tucked away, and it's really such a gem. There's so many amazing local restaurants and local boutiques. So this is kind of an opportunity to showcase all of that and really, you know, connect it with the Web.com Tour Championship,
So-
which is popular enough.
Do folks show up or buy a ticket in advance?
It's a free event, and you just come and get your dancing shoes on.
Get your dancing shoes on.
Or
do a
your
little
dancing
mingling.
rain boots.
And the other thing that we talked about, the other thing we talked about too is our friends over at St. Augustine Distillery partnering with the Juice Bar
Yeah.
because they already use really great ingredients, and we know this because we've sampled a bourbon or two with those guys.
I knew I liked you guys.
Yeah. But that's going to be really cool to be with a juicing business.
Exactly. It'll be something different and even more localized, and it's going to be just a really cool, different event.
And what time does it start?
It's from 5 to 9.
5 to 9?
Yep, rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
And yep, live music starts at 5. And make sure to check out the Songwriters stage, which is in the Southern Grounds courtyard. There's bands over there, bands on the main stage, and it's going to be a really good time.
Tell you what, we made it really easy for you to get more information by posting it all on our website at rivercitylivetv.com. Click on the As Seen on RCL tab. Stick around, more to come from Mellow Mushroom in Avondale on River City Live.
Wait.